Hello everyone and welcome back. This video is part 2 of Microsoft Excel Made Easy for Beginners Module 1. I'm going to discuss the following topics on your screen. We will use the previously created file in part 1 series and I will apply the topics for today's module. Okay, so this is the file we created in part 1 series of our tutorial. The name is changed to bold, the age blue and italic, and the rest of the data, the names and age, the colors are changed to red. So now we are going to improve the look of this worksheet. So we will apply another formatting. Now we will change the background of the name and the age to different color. Okay, select this cell and then another cell. Okay, now we will change the background by choosing the fill color. Okay, let's say we'll make them red or green, by the way. And then we will also change the font of the columns and the font size. Okay, so we're making them bigger. Now we are going to change also the alignment. This column will be centered. Okay, so the caption is centered and we will also make the entries centered also. Okay, so we applied the horizontal text alignment of the data. Now let's say we will increase the height of the row of our column of captions. Now the captions are not vertically centered, so we are going to make them centered by choosing these two columns. Okay, now we have another alignment known as vertical alignment, so we will make them look in the middle. So we are improving the appearance of our worksheet. We apply horizontal text alignment and vertical alignment, and we change the font style and the font size. Okay, save your file from time to time to keep updated. Now our next activity is inserting rows and columns. Now suppose we are going to add another column in between column A and B. So to do that, you are going to select the entire column B by clicking, and then to insert another column you have to right click and insert. Now inserting another row above row 1, you have to click on the column header, right click and insert column, a row, by the way. So in this newly added column we are going to type another column caption. Next is we are going to make some entry. Okay, so we have entered another set of data, and then For the newly inserted new row, so we have to type in lace of names. Okay, so this worksheet is a list of names consisting of three columns: name, education, and age. So to make this title appear on three columns at the center, we are going to merge these three columns into one. Now to do that, so we are going to click on the first column and then press shift key and then click on the third column. So we are going to merge these three columns into one so that the title list of names will be centered across the three columns. So we have already selected, and then there is a command at the top on our screen, merge and center button. Okay, click. So in effect, the three columns are already combined into one. So whenever you resize, okay, so the title will be centered across the three columns whenever you resize any one of the three columns. Okay guys, so let's proceed to our next topic. This time we will place lines on group of cells. Okay, so in our example we have list of names that are formatted in these different ways. So we have applied the merge and center for these column titles. Then we have also applied the horizontal alignment for this column. We change the row height. We change also the fill color and the colors of the font. Now this time we will define lines. Okay, so on our cells. Okay, so these lines are what we call borders. So we have the left border, top border, right border, bottom and inner borders. Now in this example, there are already lines dividing the cells. Okay, so we have vertical and horizontal, but they are just imaginary. They will not reflect on the actual output. So if we want our output to have lines or borders, so we are going to define them in our worksheet. Okay, so to do this, if we want the columns name, education and age to have borders, so we are going to click on this cell. Okay, so to define this area as our area for applying the borders, so we have to click first on this column, okay, for the name, and then shift key and then click on this cell. So we are now designing an area where to place the borders. Okay, we are highlighting the cells. So next thing to do is to select the type of borders, whether we want all lines appearing on all the cells. Okay, so in this case all lines will appear, the horizontal and vertical, top, bottom, left, right lines. Okay, so we have to select this command. So in effect, there are already lines physically present on our cells. Okay, so we have the vertical lines and the horizontal. So in actual output, this line will appear in the printed form. Okay, but these imaginary lines, we call them as grids, will not appear. Only those lines that we have put into the cells. Okay, so in this case, we are improving our output of having a lot of formattings. No, we have changing the font, the fill color, the alignment horizontally and vertically, and now we are placing borders on a group cells. Okay, so that's the last part of our discussion for this part 2 series. And before we are going to end, let's recap of what we have so far performed. So in this tutorial, we do cells formatting and aligning the data around the cells, both horizontal and vertical. And we also add another row of data, and then we try to apply merge and center to make those cells combine into one, so that we can place the title of our worksheet in the center position. And the last discussion on our series today, we are putting more emphasis on borders to make your output more readable. Okay, so this is Genius Asinas serving you, and thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learn more something from this tutorial, and bye bye.